Going into a big game like last year's championship game is it's nerve-wracking.
On the eve of a big game, Team USA's best players and coaches deal with pressure and anticipation. Whether it's a preliminary round, elimination, or gold medal game, Team USA's chances for success can depend on their pre-game preparation, superstitions included.
I have too many to name. I listen to my iPod and I have to take my sticks before every game. I try doing as much as possible to make sure that I'm prepared mentally and physically for the games.
Anything specific on the iPod?
Just pump up music rock.
I'm pretty focused. I put my iPod in on game days and pretty much leave it in all day. I'll get a couple hours of sleep, and right before a pregame meal, I'll get up and get myself some grilled chicken or pasta or something like that, and get to the rink, and I kind of have my own warm-up ritual that I do, and once I do that, I know I'm ready to go.
Anything specific on the iPod?
Before games, I'm more of the M&M type guy.
When players take the ice, the tension is high, but the best players can control and even channel that emotion toward improving their game in the spotlight.
Yeah, you can't let them get the best of you, because once you do that, you start taking penalties and doing stupid things, and you're not thinking right. So you have to be calm enough to make sure you're making the right decisions, but also you have to be as excited enough to make sure you're playing as good as you can.
Well, I think you want to be consistent with your preparation. You want to do a good job and make sure that the guys get into a routine so that things kind of flow one into the other. And, when it becomes emotional situations, I think if you're not getting the emotion you want, or you're getting too much emotion, which can be bad sometimes, you have to address it, as you go along throughout the tournament, so that when you get to the big game, those things are going to happen.
In a tournament such as the World Junior Championship, several players are experiencing the highest competition of their careers. Team USA relies on veterans on the ice and behind the bench to lead the way when it comes to pre-game preparation.
Yeah, there's no doubt experience is definitely going to help out. It's a short tournament. You got to bring it every night, and having leaders in the locker room to get you going or get you out of a funk that you're in that game is what make or breaks a team in that tournament. So going into the tournament, I think having these kind of leaders on the team is going to be really key for us.
Some games are definitely bigger than others, but players and coaches say the key is to not prepare differently. Putting too much emphasis on one game can lead to a laundry list of problems.
You don't prepare any differently. I did the same routine just like everybody else did every other game. Just like we did versus Latvia. It doesn't matter. You're playing. Every team there's a good team, and you can always be upset, and you can always win whether you're the underdog or not. So you don't prepare any differently. And for those games, you just get extra excited. And I think that's what people think is the extra preparation. It's just the excitement of getting in there.
I treat every game as a big game. The game we're playing tonight is the absolute most important game of the season. I think being consistent with your preparation and the way you approach games, your team will treat big games very, very important.
Going into a big game, you just got to focus on the same things you do every day, and that's just being calm no matter what, and just trying to bring in every shift. And I think the key thing about coming into a big game is that you don't want to get too over anxious and you don't want to be too flat. So I think as soon as you find that balance, it's something that'll stay with you for your career.